Alright, so in this video I'm going to be showing you the 12-point star blanket, the way I do it, and the brand of yarn I'm using is Lion Brand Yarns Pound of Love in pastel pink and blue. This video is going to have blue in it, and I also have white. You will also need some scissors, a sewing needle. I always keep a smaller hook on standby, and we are using 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. First thing you want to do is get you a magic circle any way you want. Okay. Then what we're going to do is instead of the chain 3, we're going to do an alternative chain 3, which is a single crochet in your magic circle. Then you're going to single crochet in that front left loop of your single crochet, and then we're going to do that again. This pattern is worked up in extended double crochets, so that is going to count as our first extended double crochet. And then we're going to make 11 extended double crochets, and that's yarning over, pulling up your loop, yarn over, go through 1 loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Again, insert your hook in the magic circle, pull up your loop, yarn over, go only through 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Okay, one more time, and you can always control the speed of any video on YouTube under your settings, whatever device that you have. Okay, so I have 4 here. I'm going to go ahead and make 8 more, and I will meet you back. I just finished my 12th extended double crochet, and now I'm going to slip stitch to the top of that alternate chain 3, which is basically 3 single crochets on top of each other. I just want to show you that this is how we're going to complete each round and start each round. So make sure that you're going into the, let me see if I can get, so there's 1 loop, 2 loop, this is the loop. The 3rd loop is where you want to always slip to join. Okay, because that will throw off your stitch count. So for every round we're always going to slip to join to the top of that first single crochet, and then we're always going to start with that alternate chain 3. Single crochet, and then you have 2 loops facing you, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. You want to single crochet once in the left, and then just repeat that. Super easy. It makes your work look so much better than that chain 3. But if you can't get this, go ahead and do the chain 3. I just can't guarantee it's going to look as nice as this alternate chain 3 does. So for round 2, we're going to make increases in every stitch. So that's 2 extended double crochets in each stitch. Whoops. Yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Same stitch, we're going to make 2 extended double crochets, and at the end of the round you should have 24, and I will meet you back. Alright, I just finished my 24th extended double crochet. We're going to slip to join the top of that single crochet. Okay, and now we're starting round 3. So this row we're going to make V stitches, but we're going to go ahead and do our alternate chain 3, make a single crochet in that same stitch, single crochet in the left loop, and then just repeat that. That's going to count as our first extended double crochet. We're going to chain 1, and in that same stitch we're going to make another extended double crochet. Whoops, I'm sorry. Chain 2, not 1. Chain 2, same stitch, we're going to make an extended double crochet. Okay, skip a stitch and then repeat in the next stitch. 1 extended double crochet, chain 2, and in that same stitch make another extended double crochet. Skip a stitch and then make another V stitch, 1 extended double crochet, chain 2, and then another extended double crochet in that same stitch. So go ahead and do that all the way to the end of the round. Alright, so I'm just making my last V-stitch. I'm skipping this one, and in the next one I'm going to go ahead and make a V-stitch, an extended double crochet, chain 2, and in that same stitch an extended double crochet. And you should have 1 empty stitch. That's the skip stitch. So from here we're just going to go right to the top of our extended double crochet, slip to join, and then go right into that chain 2 space and slip to join. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and make that alternate chain 3, which is a single crochet. Again, single crochet in that front left loop, single crochet in that front left loop again. Okay, we're going to chain 2, and in that same stitch we're going to make another extended double crochet. Okay, these are our points. We have 12. I'm sorry, you should have 12 of these V stitches at the end of round 3. Okay, and now what we're going to do is the exact same thing in the V stitches all the way around, and I will meet you back. Alright, so I'm almost done. I just did I'm in my last V stitch, which should be your 12th V stitch. Okay, and then we're going to slip stitch to the front, to the top of that first alternate or single crochet, and then slip stitch into the chain 2 space. You should have 12 V stitches. Okay, so we're going to count this one: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's where our 12 points are. So now that we're in the beginning of our 4th round, we're going to do an alternate chain 3. Again, that's our single crochet, and then a single crochet in that front left loop, a single crochet again in that front left loop, and then we're going to make another extended double crochet, and then we're going to chain 2. We're going to do the same thing, 2 extended double crochets. So we're increasing by a stitch, and that is go right into your next V stitch. Don't mistake this stitch for a V stitch. Look for your V stitches in your chain 2. So in that chain 2 space, we're going to make 2 extended double crochets, chain 2, and then another 2 extended double crochets. Okay, hop right into your next chain 2 space, and not that space but this space. That's the one you want. And then make 2 extended double crochets, and this is the repeat for the whole round. Chain 2, and then 2 extended double crochets. Okay, there's no spaces in between. We just hop right into each chain 2 space. That should leave you with 12 points. Still are 12 points at the end of the round. Go ahead and finish all the way around, and I will meet you back. Alright, so I just finished up round 4. Now we're doing round 5, and I changed colors. I'm going to change every 5th color. Every 5th round I'm going to change, so I can have 4 rows of the same color. You can do this in any color combination you want. To join, I am going to do a standing extended double crochet, and that is just having your slip knot on your hook, yarn over, take your index finger and hang on to both of those loops, go in your chain 2 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. You can also do the alternate chain 3 with the single crochets as I've been showing you, or you can do your chain 3, whatever you're comfortable with. So then we're going to go ahead and make another extended double crochet, chain 2, and then another extended double crochet in that same chain 2 space. This part is similar to the previous round. The next thing we're going to do is go into our next extended double crochet right here and make an extended double crochet. we're going to skip the next two, okay, and in the next stitch we're going to make an extended double crochet. So here we're increasing. Now a lot of people refer to this as the valley or the low peak. We're going to always skip these 2 stitches from this pattern going forward, okay, but the stitches in between will increase, okay. So after that we're going to get into our next chain 2 space and make an extended double crochet, or two extended double crochets, a chain 2 and then 2 extended double crochets, okay. Then we're going to go right into this next stitch and make an extended double crochet. Skip the next 2, which go down into like a V. These 2 will always be skipped throughout the pattern. The next stitch we're going to make an extended double crochet. Then we're going to go ahead and make 2 extended double crochets in that next chain 2 space. Chain 2, another 2 extended double crochets, okay. The next stitch after that we're going to make an extended double crochet. Skip the next 2, and then in the next one make an extended double crochet, and then in your next chain 2 space make 2 extended double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 extended double crochets, and then you're repeating. So this is the repeat for this round. This is round 5, okay. So we are going to make the chain. You're going to start in the chain 2 space, go ahead and make 2 extended double crochets, 2 chains, 2 extended double crochets, and then another extended double crochet. Skip 2, and in the next stitch make an extended double crochet and start all over. 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, next stitch an extended double crochet, skip 2, next stitch an extended double crochet, and then you're starting all over, so that it looks like there's 3 stitches. Well, not right here, but I'll finish up here at the end of the round when I come back and meet you, but it'll look like 3 stitches, only you have 2 in the center like we've been doing, and then now we're starting to add stitches to like our peak or point clusters. So go ahead and repeat that all the way around, and I will meet you back. I just finished my last set of my last point. Let's do that. Skip in these two inner ones, and then right here where I started, you want to make another extended double crochet before the point where I started the round. Okay, so that completes this set. There's 3 this way to the left and 3 that way, and then from here I'm just going to go ahead and slip stitch once, twice, and 3 times to get into that chain 2 space. I just want to mention some of the videos that I seen started like getting up here and all that, and that was really confusing for me. Maybe not for other people, but it was for me, and I'm just trying to make things as simple as possible. So for this next row we're repeating the exact same thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and make an alternative chain 3 with the single crochet in that chain 2 space, single crochet in that front left loop, and then single crochet in that front left loop. Okay, I'm going to make another one. You're still making 2 extended double crochets, a chain 2, and then another 2 extended double crochets. Okay, so the increases for this round are going to be before and after your points. So now we have 3 here. Remember, we don't want to do anything with these 2. We're always going to skip these 2 that go into like an unfinished A, like there's no like hyphen there, so it's just like a point. Those 2 are always going to be skipped. So now we've added another stitch, so our increases are going to be 1 2, skip 2, 1 2, and then do our corner. So 1 2, and instead of 3 stitches in a row, we're going to have 4, because remember the previous round we had 3. 1 2 3, skip 2, 1 2 3. So this will have 4. This round 1 2 3 4 6, skip 2 in the valley or the A, however you can make it make sense in your mind, and then the next stitch make an extended double crochet, the next stitch extended double crochet, next chain 2 space, 2 extended double crochets, a chain 2, and then 2 extended double crochets. Okay, so now you have to do 2 extended double crochets for like 3 4. This is how I would count mine. I don't know how other people do it, but I would always, whatever round I'm in, if I'm in my increase round, I'm doing 1 2 3 4, skip 2, and then start over. 1 extended double crochet, 2 extended double crochet, chain 2 space, 3, our third one, and our fourth one, chain 2, and then here we are on the other side. So now I'm going to start over. My first extended double crochet, 2 in the same chain 2 space, because we're still doing that. Make sure you don't miss this. It's really easy to miss if you got your stitches over here. You're always going to have a stitch right there. So there's 1 2 3 4, skip 2, and then start the count over. 1 2, and then 3 4. Chain 2. So go ahead and repeat that again. That is latching on, and then doing joining joining your colors, slip to join, and then we're going to do the extended, the alternate chain 3. I'm sorry, I just got off work, I'm so tired. That's still no excuse, I'm sorry. I so appreciate your patience. So we have 1 2 extended double crochets, chain 2, and then we have 4 in a row, 2 in the chain 2 space and 2 on top of these stitches. We're going to skip those 2 stitches that we always skip, and then start over. 1 2 3 4, chain 2, 1 2 3 4, skip 2, 1 2 3 4, chain 2, and repeat that all the way around, and I will meet you back here. All right, so we just finished round 6. Okay, and I just want to emphasize, I just had to take out my whole last round because I skipped a cluster. So like at the beginning stages, like later on in the pattern, it's forgiving if you missed a count, you can put 2 together or something. But at these beginning stages, make sure I had 3, and then I had 1, and then I had 3 3 3 3 3, so I had to redo the whole thing. So just try to be mindful of that. So I just finished my last 4. I'm skipping these 2, and I just want to show you too another reason why they call it the peak and the valley, because in your chain 2 and your points, it's kind of like a peak of a mountain, and then down here it's kind of like a valley or a no peak, however you can make it make sense. I know it gets confusing. So then skip 2, and then I'm going to go ahead and make my extended double crochet, and it gets a little challenging on top of those alternate chain 3 stitches, and then make my extended double crochet. I have my 2 here, and then 1 2. I know I'm going to always want to do the top of that single crochet. It can also get a little challenging. Slip there, and slip to our chain 2 space. Okay, so now we've got this out the way. This is kind of like the foundation of the blanket. The next thing we're going to do is the repeat. So you're going to repeat rows 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and it's not very different. It's not anything that you can handle, but you are going to need like a stitch marker or something. I'm just using a contrast color right now, a strand, and we're still going to go in and we're going to make our single crochet in our chain 2 space, our alternate chain 3 as usual. But for this row, we're only going to make, oops, sorry, that didn't work out. One, this is going to count as our first alternate double crochet. Then we're going to chain 2, extended double crochet, sorry. And then we're going to make another one. So I know we've been making 2 in each peak, but we're not going to do that this time. And also, we're also going to have the same count as the previous row. Now this is our repeat row, and I'm going to go ahead and mark it, because we only have one extended double crochet all the way around in our peaks. Everything else is the same, and you're always going to get the same count. It's not an increase row, so you should still end up with 4 double crochets, extended double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's our valley, our 2 next to each other. We're going to skip and then start the count over. 1, 2, 3, and then our 4th one will be in the chain 2 space. Again, we're only making 1 extended double crochet, chain 2, and 1 extended double crochet in our peaks only. Alright, just finishing up the 7th round. I'm skipping my my valley stitches, and then I'm coming back up here and making 2 stitches so that I can have my count of 4 before I join to my beginning stitches of the round. Okay, now I'm just going to slip to join the top of that single crochet like we have been doing, and then top of that extended double crochet. I'm sorry, that was a single crochet that I was talking about, and then slip. We're always going to slip 3 times. So I'm going to leave this here, but the next 2 rounds are going to be increase rounds, and they're exactly the same. And we're going back to the single crochet. We're going to make 2 extended double crochets in our peaks for both rounds. So the pattern for the repeat increases 2 rounds and then stays the same for that first one when you're only doing 1 in your peak. 1 extended double crochet. So we have 2, chain 2, and then 2 extended double crochets. Now I just want to let you know that I always start like this, and then I finish this count with these because I find it easier than doing it in the middle of like this cluster. I find it so much more easier. And then also I want to share, so you can be mindful, this hiding stitch got me, and I had to take off like 3 stitches, but it wasn't 3 clusters. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but again, make sure that you're getting that stitch. So this is an increase round, so we've been doing 4, now we should be at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Right here where our 2 stitches go together, and then there's like that little A underneath, but it's also known as the valley, so however you can remember it, whatever works for you is perfect. So then we're going to skip 2 and then start our count over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in our chain 2 spot, because we're making 2 extended double crochets, chain 2, 2 extended double crochets in our peaks for this round and the next. Again, we should have 5 stitches. 1, 2, we're not forgetting this hidden stitch. 3, 4, 5, skip 2, and then repeat, starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the repeat for this round. It's also the repeat for the next round, but we will have 6 stitches then. So go ahead and finish this, and I will meet you back here. Just finishing up row 8. Whoops. I have 4. Well, I did have 5. Just undid it accidentally. Skip our valley stitches, and then I have 2 to make here on the left side. 1, actually I have 3, 2, 3, because I have that 4, 5, the first 2 stitches. Okay, slip to join at the top of the single crochet, and then the extended double crochet, and then into the chain 2, chain 1. I'm done with that 4th row of white, so I'm going to attach my blue again. Now this is optional, but every 8th row on my other blanket I turned my work, and this helps it because you'll notice that it'll start to curl. So or you could do this every other row or every other color. It's totally up to you. You cannot tell. It looks just the same. You seriously cannot tell, but I know it helped me. It helps with it lying flat in the curling. So I'm just going to go ahead and join like we've been doing. Right here, I'm just going to go ahead, because we're repeating row, this is the 3rd row of the 3-row repeat. I'm just going to go ahead and attach with my extended standing extended double crochet. We're repeating, so I know there's going to be an increased row, and there's also going to be 2 extended double crochets in this row, chain 2, and then 2 extended double crochets. Now because it's an increase, we should have 6 stitches before we get to our skipped valley stitches. So that's 2. Again, don't forget this stitch. 3. Well, these are a little challenging because they're the slip stitches. 4, 5, 6. So you should have 6 stitches in a row. Oh my goodness, I went too far down for that one. 1, 2, 3. Did you see how far below that was? 1, 2, 3. Don't want that. And like I said, the slip stitches, I tend to crochet a little tight. Need to be mindful of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, much better. The other one like a spike. It almost looked like a spike stitch. So skip 2, our valley stitches, and then pick back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6 in our chain 2 space, and then chain 2, and then start the count again. We're just adding a stitch. It's a repeat from the previous round, and there's 6 stitches. Skip 2, 4 stitches on top of the stitches, then we're in our peak, 2 stitches, chain 2, 2 stitches, and then 4 stitches in a row, and then skip 2, and so on, just like we've been doing. Go all the way around, and I will meet you back. Alright, just finished up with my 9th round, and I've done my 4, and then I have my 2 where I started for 6. I'm going to slip to join, still going to be doing that, and then slip in the next stitch. Let me see if I can do these a little looser. Okay, and now we want to turn our work. Okay, so this is a first row on our repeat, second row, third row. So we've turned our work, and we are going to go ahead and make a single crochet, and then slip stitch in the front left, slip stitch again, and now we're only doing 1 because we're repeating the 3 row repeat. So that's considered our first extended double crochet, our chain 2, and then we're going to go in and make 1 extended double crochet, and then I should have 6 stitches. 1, which I just made, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because remember, every time we start the first row of our 3-row repeat, we're just repeating the same number that was in our previous row. We skip our 2 for our valley, and then make 6 extended double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then our 1 extended double crochet in our peaks, because this is the row. I did 3, no, I did 2. This is the row. The first row of your repeat only has 1, and it's not an increase row in all of your peaks. So go ahead and do that. You can work this up for as many rows as you want. I'm going to go to either 18 or 20, I'm not sure, but I'll meet you back so I can show you how to do the border. Alright, so I just finished my 18th round, and I'm not sure if it's the 18th round or not, but I stopped at 18 stitches, counting from your chain 2 spot all the way down to your valley. So that's where I'm going to stop, and I just wanted to remind you guys to move your stitch marker every time you do the 3-row repeat, starting with your first one. That's always going to have the same count as the one before. Remember, it's 1 extended double crochet, chain 2, another 1 extended double crochet, and then for the next 2 rows we're increasing by doing 2 extended double crochets, chain 2, 2 extended double crochets, and repeating that round. So for every 3-row repeat, you're only increasing 2, and that's because when you do the 1 extended double crochet, it's not an increase. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys. Don't forget to move that every time you move your 3-row repeat. And now we're going to go on with the border, and this is just going to be 3 single crochets in your peak, and then 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way down. And you can see I'm just going to work in my ends. I had to get some new yarn. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and do that, keep working, and I'm going to show you what to do when you're in your valley. So we're just going to crochet all the way down, and again I have 18 stitches, not counting my chain 2s. But right here where we would normally skip those 2, we're just going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch and then repeat the count. So go ahead and do that, and I will meet you up here to do our second peak. So I just finished this side up, and again we're in the chain 2 space, and we're just going to make 3 single crochets in each peak or chain 2 space. Alright, so go ahead and do that all the way around, and I will meet you back at the beginning. I just want to take the time to explain this one more time because something inside me is saying I didn't do a good job. So on your peaks up here, we're going to make 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then since I stopped at 18, I'm going to go ahead and make 18 single crochets, and don't forget this one right here that hides. So that's 1, 2, and I'll do this kind of fast. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now if you make your blanket bigger, then of course that count is going to be different. So now I'm just going to start my count over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I can figure out how to do this part fast, I will include it in the video. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now we're back into our chain 2 space, so we're going to make 3 single crochets, and that's how you do it. Now if you decide, like I said, if you decide to go bigger or smaller, this is a pretty good size blanket. When I get done with it, I'm going to give you the measurements. So again, just go ahead and finish that all the way around, and I will meet you back. So I just finished my single crochet round for our border, and now I'm back at the top, or the beginning, I'm sorry. And now I'm just going to slip stitch in that first single crochet, because we made, remember we started with 3 single crochets. Chain 1, and I'm going to fasten off. And I forgot to tell you that I finished on the row, the row that you didn't increase on. So I did the 3-row repeat, and then went to start over. Sorry about that, my yarn got tangled. By doing that one extended double crochet, chain 2, 1 extended double crochet in our peak, and that's what that's where I ended. So we have, we have the 1, 2, 2, and then the 1. That's where I stopped. So now I'm just going to go ahead and fasten on. But that's not how I wanted to start. I have a slip knot, and we're going to make a single crochet in your first chain 3. Wait, your first single crochet of your chain 3, and then in your second single crochet you're going to make another one. And let me see if I can bring this up. We're going to do a picot, which is chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then go back through the front of the single crochet and slip stitch, and then we're going to single crochet in the next. So it looks like that, just a small little peak. And then from here we're going to count again. 8, it should be 18. 1, well, we verified them. We verified the stitch count in our previous rows, so I'm just going to go ahead and make 1 single crochet all the way around, and when I get to the next peak, I'll go over the picot stitch again. So I'm at my next peak. I just finished my 18th stitch, but I shouldn't have counted because I already verified with the previous row. Just look for your chain, your 3 single crochets, because you're going to make a single crochet in that first one and then do our picot. So I will show you that one more time. And that is a single crochet, okay, chain 3, and then go back to that single crochet, the 2 front loops. I don't know if you can see that, and then slip stitch, and then in our next stitch is another single crochet. So from those 3 single crochets that we made from the previous round, we're making another single crochet, a picot, and then another single crochet, and then continuing to single crochet into every stitch, even our valleys, until you get to the next 3 single crochets. I just finished my last single crochet of the round. Now I'm just going to slip stitch to the first single crochet, chain 1, fasten off. Okay, and I wanted to give you guys a little notation here. After you make your picots, make sure they're in the center, because it's really easy to miss a stitch and thinking that you're in that center of your chain 3 from your previous row, and then you're not. You're somewhere over here. So just a side note, that way you don't catch it later. Just every time after you make it, make your picots, make sure they're centered. So right now what I'm going to do is go ahead and sew in my ends, and I will meet you back. Real quick, I want to show you how you can block the blanket. It's going to curl a little bit, so just go ahead and have it on its right side up and just spray a little bit of water, and then I take another pillowcase and lay it over it. And I have this on synthetics. It's the very lowest setting on your iron. And just go back and forth just like that, and then there, it's not curling. So just want to show you that tip real quick. Alright guys, we're finished. I am so loving this blanket. So as you see, I have over here on the right side is the blue, and then I have the blue pastel, and then I also have the pink pastel, and then also have the ends. Might have to do a little bit more blocking. I'm not worried about it right now. But anyway, I would like to thank everyone for watching. Don't forget to tag somebody, share the video. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to be notified of the next video. I appreciate everybody's patience. Please also keep in mind, I am not a professional videographer, nor do I have professional equipment, but I do want to show everybody real quick. Working on a Forky hat, still tweaking it, winter hat. So again, that's my next project. Please also note that I'm going to do a video where I compile like a 5 or 6 piece set, baby layette set. That's what I'm going for. So that's something to look forward to. Don't forget to check the info box if I haven't already said that. This did come out to 28 rows. So together, let's continue to crochet it forward. Bye now.